Hey Muse Makers, welcome back. Today we're doing a very simple and easy goldfish painting tutorial. My paint colors today are black, orange, green, and white. I have a mixing plate to mix up my colors, something with some water in it, paper towels, and 3 brushes. I'm working with one square flat brush, one medium flat brush that's round at the end, and then one small pointy brush for fine details. First step for our painting is to create our background color. I'm going to be grabbing my large flat square brush and we're going to be mixing up a scoop of white, a nice big scoop of white, maybe even 2 scoops of white, and then a little bit of our green to create a very lovely Tiffany or mint-like green. Then we're going to take this color and fill up our entire canvas, and once we filled it all up, we're going to give ourselves about 10 to 15 minutes for our painting to dry before we start on our goldfish. Once our painting's dry, we're going to take our medium brush and grab a scoop of white and then a scoop of orange and mix it up to create a lovely peachy color. This is going to be the base color for our fish. With our brush, we're going to simply do a dot, not right in the center of our canvas, but just to the left. And then we're going to be doing another dot, not on the right edge, but a couple inches away from that. Then we're going to connect those lines with a rainbow shape and with a smiley face shape, but we want it to be a little chunkier over to the right side, basically creating a teardrop shape. It should be nice and pointy on the left and nice and round on the right. Next, with our small pointy brush, we're going to get into that same color and create all of our fins and tails. For this larger tail, we want to be in the top left-hand corner and bottom left-hand corner, just away from the corners a little bit. Connect those lines with a couple little wiggles, and then we're going to wiggle it up into the back end of our fish to create the tail. Next, we're going to create the bottom fin. Starting at the bottom of our fish, we're going to be drawing a diagonal line, like there is an incline up to the right. We're going to do a couple wiggles on the bottom, and then bring it back up to the bottom of the fish. For the top fin, we're going to be creating a straight line up towards the left-hand corner, a little wiggle at the top, and then bring it back down. Then we're going to be taking our brush and also adding some fish lips. So almost like a heart shape without the point, sideways heart shape that is. We're going to draw a top lip, bottom lip, that sort of thing, almost like a 3. Taking our medium brush, we're going to use the same color and fill up all of our tails and fins. Now while our fish dries a little bit, we're going to take our small pointy brush in white paint to create some bubbles. Around the top right-hand corner, we're going to be drawing a couple of circles, some bigger, some smaller. Feel free to do a couple different shapes and sizes here. And then to the sides of each of these bubbles, we're going to draw these little rounded lines to make them seem like they have a little bit of a glow or seem a little bit more 3D. And the last step for our bubbles, we're going to get a clean pointy brush in some black paint, and we're going to be drawing a line on the left outside edge of those bubbles to really give it that 3D effect. Now we're going to take our medium brush and we're going to be taking a big scoop of our orange and adding it to the peach color we created for the base of our fish. With this color, we're going to be filling in that first shape we created for the fish, so that teardrop shape. We're not going to paint this in the fins just yet, just the teardrop shape, and then also in the fish lips. Now with our small pointy brush, we're going to be adding it to the fish lips, and then we're going to be taking the brush and also adding a few lines of it through the edges of our fins and tail. We're going to get a clean brush next in some white paint and throw a couple of lines throughout the top fin and bottom fin. These are just little dash marks that go side by side. The white's also going to be put into the tail, but we're going to kind of mimic the round shapes, the curvy shapes within the tail, and almost have it like a fan. So they're all pulling out from the center of the tail where it attaches to the fish's body and then flicks outwards. Then we're going to be getting into some more white paint and creating a highlight along the top of our fish's head and in the front of our fish's lips. With a clean brush and black paint, we are going to be adding some lines of black throughout our fish just to make it pop more, give it that more cartoon-like effect. The lines aren't going to go throughout the entire fish. Some areas are not going to have those black lines. You can even use the lines to differentiate where the body and the fin is, or figure out which part is more in front than the other. So this part that I'm doing right here, we're going to draw a black line over top of the fin to show that the fin is sitting behind the body. The last part with this black paint is adding a little line through the center of our fish lips to differentiate which is the top and which is the bottom. Then with our clean pointy brush, we're going to be getting back into the light peach shade we use for the base of our fish. If you need to mix up more, just add more white paint to the darker orange we created. We're going to be creating little scales throughout our fish. These are going to be like a letter C over and over and over again in a line, and then the next line will be a C in between the two C's. Then with a clean pointy brush in white paint, we're going to be adding an eye to our fish. The bigger the eye, the cuter it looks. Then we're going to clean off our brush again, get into some black paint, and we're going to be drawing a line around the left edge of our eye, as well as a pupil into the center of the fish's eye. And the last step is to add a little highlight to the center of the pupil with a touch of white. Now, once you're done with your painting, we'd love to see how they turned out. Feel free to post on social media and tag us at news_paintbar so we can check them out. If you want to see more from our channel, check out all the tutorials. Make sure you like and subscribe. And with that, don't forget to always paint outside the lines.